And we're back with part 2 of how to build a social media campaign to generate leads for your business. Leads, right? Give me the leads. So here, part 2, we're going to talk about the second question that was most asked amongst you sales managers and CEOs out there, which was, which platform do I go on? Right? Like, there's more than one platform, obviously, and there's more than 3 as well. And so the first part of the question is, do I need to be everywhere? And if I don't need to be everywhere, then where should I be? Right? It's like, so you get, right now, as of the filming of this segment, we've got Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest,
Snapchat,
Snappy Chatty, WhatsApp. Some people even use that.
WhatsApp, TikTok.
Never even heard of it. Good.
For young kids. Quora. Basically anything where you're interacting with someone else on kind of like a public forum is considered social media. So it's like a really tricky.
Like Reddit could be.
Yeah, Reddit
and okay. Bookmark, Goodreads, is that it? Goodreads?
Yeah, I don't know if I would maybe for authors, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So how do I know? I mean, why not be on all of them? What are the pros and cons, and where should I be if not?
The first thing that you have to figure out, and this kind of ties back to your strategy, is who's your ideal client. So who do you want to be working with? It can be like, okay, well, right now I'm working with a lot of small businesses, but maybe myself, like my ideal client is to work with the CEO of international brands or something like that. So where do those types of clients hang out on? They're not going to be on Snapchat, most likely. They're not going to be on Facebook as much. Maybe they're on LinkedIn all the time. So figuring out who your ideal client is, checking out the platforms. You can actually just do like a quick Google search for social media demographics, and you can figure out the age ranges that are on there. And then figuring out how those people are using those platforms. Are they even looking at business stuff, or is it just mostly family and friends? So yeah, you don't want to be everywhere, because I can't imagine the time it would take to actually do a good job on each and every social media platform out there.
Right.
To choose it, I'm guessing for most of the people in this training, they're going to be on LinkedIn at least. And LinkedIn, I always say, is good for B2B and B2C, but also thinking about Facebook. So Facebook has that targeting that for paid ads that nowhere else can get that in depth of targeting. So if people are like, well, I'm only B2B, why should I be on Facebook? It's like, well, people behind those businesses are people. They most likely have Facebook, so why not try and reach them there as well? And it's just a matter of testing things out. So if you're doing ad campaigns on Facebook and LinkedIn and you see that it's not performing on Facebook, then maybe Facebook's not the place for you. But choosing really wisely, and I would choose a max of 2 platforms and then go full force into them and see what you can accomplish and see what kind of leads you're getting, if they're qualified or if they're just like kind of non-qualified leads.
Right. That's awesome. That's an awesome tip. You made me think of something. Oh, Facebook ads and LinkedIn and how they might be intertwined. Well, it used to be you could download all the email addresses of your contacts on LinkedIn, and then they got rid of that.
Yeah.
But if you have an email list, a lot of people may not know this, so I thought I'd add it here. If you've got an email list, like say you're doing a cold email campaign and you've got a list, you bought it, or it's your, people that have warm leads, or if you downloaded that LinkedIn list before they got rid of that, have that list, you can actually load that into Facebook and have them create an audience out of people if they match the same address.
Yeah.
So that's just a tip. Like, you can actually cross pollinate different strategies.
And you can actually like have an assistant or an intern go onto every one of your page connection or your LinkedIn connections pages, and there's a Chrome extension tool that will fetch their email address, and they would have to copy and paste it to a spreadsheet. Awesome. But that's the workaround of losing that spreadsheet you just export. So
Cool. What's the name of the tool? What's the name of the Chrome extension?
I don't actually know.
All right, we'll figure it out, and we'll get it for you guys in the show notes. So awesome. So goes back to your ideal customer. Who are they? Where do they hang out? And then testing is what I say too. It's like test. Where am I getting not only results but qualified results from? I heard you talk about Facebook ads, but not just Facebook. Was there a reason why you're saying ads instead of just Facebook?
Just because the reach is really bad on Facebook business pages. So I think the stat is it reaches 2 to 3% of your current people who like and follow your page. So that's kind of crappy. So I always recommend like, okay, well, you can try and post on your actual business page feed, but also supplement that with advertising or boosting posts or doing something that's paid.
Awesome. Cool. So, and that actually is like a whole other strategy, advertising. So
yeah, exactly.
Another thing. Well, thank you, Beverly, for part 2. So I didn't properly introduce you for people who are just coming on this one. Beverly is a social media strategist, and she's creator of Throwdown Social Media. She's up in Alberta, Canada.
Woo!
She is a social media strategist. So if you're like, this all sounds great, I have no time to do that, then we're going to put her contact details. She has a team that will help you put together your social media strategy. So it's completely done for you and on brand and understands your company culture and ultimately how to get leads out of social media, which is at the end of the day, has to drive revenue. Otherwise, we're not going to spend money on it, right? All right. Well, thank you. We'll have you back for part 3.
Thanks, you.
It's the Monday Morning Motivator with Maguchi